Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin'. It's D. Buster X this vid by Spill Sesh. This is James Charles is weird. Embarrassing DMs exposed. Okay, we're going to see what this is regarding. I know he has a bad track record of being kind of predatory or whatever the case. I'm not sure how true it is. I don't keep up with this man or his singing. He bothers me quite a bit. But I am nosy, so sure. Somebody sent me this, and yeah, we're going to see how he's being weird and what's going on. Let's watch.
I honestly thought, or maybe hoped, the days when we would see leaked James Charles messages to guys were over, but that's still a thing, and it's quite uncomfortable. Like, imagine uncomfortable and think 10 times more than that, because this is just so awkward, seeing this stuff come out. This has been a conversation for years now, and there's been a ton of people that have come out with messages from James Charles a lot. And James has always said that people either lied to them about their interests or, their age. They switched up on him. I mean, it's been a lot that we've heard from James, and this right here is a lot. So a TikTok user posted his James Charles experience on TikTok last night, and it has completely blown up. It went viral. Everyone's been talking about it on Twitter because these messages are just like, oh, no. It seems like James wanted to pitch the idea of being a fake boyfriend with this guy, and the job would get zero pay, but James says that it will come with a ton of benefits. It could be very lucrative just based on the fact that he would be seen with James and benefit from his lifestyle. So this guy posted showing that James followed him on TikTok and then later messaged him saying age check please, which I mean, thank goodness, because of all the other stuff from the past. We're seeing that James is asking for an age check. But I wonder how he's going about that age check, because he's claimed that he's tried to do that before and it just hasn't worked. So unless this guy sent over his driver's license, I don't know how he's really going to prove it. If he's just like, easy I'm over 18, and he's like, okay, cool. Hopefully it's a little bit more in depth than that. But James later messaged him on Instagram using the vanish feature that makes messages disappear like a Snapchat message would. And this guy ended up taking photos of what James sent him on another phone, which, I mean, obviously that's shitty. It's like,
it's called my boyfriend.
This is
Hold on, I gotta read this. Requirement 6.2. Must love escape rooms. I like escape rooms. Horror movies and cuddling. Nobody wants big. I know you fucking lying. Armpit hair. Alright. An occasional FaceTime call. The salary is $0, but it's a good job offer, I think. Perks include a cute boyfriend. Who? You? With a great personality and huge free living in a $10 million house in LA. Fun travel opportunities. Good, Listen, I'm too sick for this bullshit. James Charlie, you need to go to hell with this. Why would you message somebody this? This is so trifling.
Obviously that's shitty. It's like, James, that's exactly why you shouldn't be messaging people on Instagram, because they are 100% like James Charles.
Who said you had good whatever? And you giving I'm not getting any top energy from him at all. Maybe he's versed. I don't know, but that's just confusing that you saying that you got good whatever. Let me.
Like, James is probably feeling like, oh, people use me for clout. It's really hard to find people online. But also, like, when you message them really weird things, they're probably going to want to take a photo of it, because, I mean, getting a pitch to be James Charles' fake boyfriend for $0, but it comes with a bunch of quote-unquote benefits, I definitely would need to, like, send that in my group chat to, like, my friends or something, because that's just, like, so out there.
That is wild.
So he showed the messages that James had sent him, and the pitch was, it's a really lucrative work that Ellen, which, honestly, James is so young still to think that he's willing to share his riches just to make it look like he has a boyfriend and get somewhat of a boyfriend experience is sad. And James also said before that he wasn't going to be using social media anymore to find guys, because the last time he was called out about this, he was very upset that, his messages were exposed and people were lying to him, people were using him for clout, and he was like, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to be way more careful. I'm going to go about things differently.
But you're still doing it.
I don't know about that.
Pay somebody to do it for you.
This is what James had to say in regards to talking to guys online.
I was allowing myself to be so easily accessible to literally anybody who wanted to give me attention and have a conversation for 5 minutes, because I was so delusional in thinking that the conversation can't hurt. Maybe it'll actually lead to me finding, the one. When in reality, of course, statistically, that does make sense. If you talk to more people, it, I guess, increases your chances of being able to find a potential partner, but at the same time, I wasn't realizing that that also increases my chances of finding somebody not great that doesn't want to talk to me for the right reasons and that might lie or take advantage of me. And that is nobody's fault other than my own.
And he even addressed how it had become a meme to post your literal James Charles experience.
At this point, dare I even say, like, a meme to post your experience talking to James Charles. Now, once again, I recognize that this is my own fault. I wish more than anything I could go back in time and stop myself from making all those jokes about straight guys years ago and talking about dating and how I was single and how I wanted a boyfriend so badly. Like, I wish more than anything that I kept that private.
Let's just remember that he said he wishes he had done any jokes about straight guys, because we're going to get into the straight guys later. People were obviously skeptical. They were wanting more proof to know that this was really James before they really started judging these messages. And obviously things can be faked these days, so they wanted to see something else. They needed the proof. And more was certainly given, that is for sure, because this guy then goes on to provide screen recordings of videos that James sent him on Instagram. And it is bad, because James is literally admitting, hey, I know you're straight, let me tell you about the gay community.
So obviously being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know a lot about, like, the gay community.
Like, oh no, that was a whole scandal, James. And typically whenever that happened in the past, James would be like, well, they told me something different at first. And here we are, he knows it from the jump.
So obviously being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know a lot about, like, the gay community.
And then this guy included another video where he said that James was trying to convince him to get on FaceTime. And after rejecting the FaceTime, he then sent him to illicit photos after he declined to send a selfie. And I mean, literally, this is, I don't even have the words, honestly. You know, this is a video of James trying to explain to him why they should get on FaceTime. Because
why he's so thirsty? This is wild.
Message, which, yes, it can, but this is weird.
So if I'm like, oh my god, David, you're annoying, over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying, like, oh my god, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my god, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my god, David, you're being annoying. Because all three of those are completely different, like, emotions that you cannot see through text. You only get to actually experience those through a FaceTime call or through being in person. Even over the phone, you still miss out on things because you're missing somebody's facial expressions, right? So because you refuse to hang out with people or because you refuse to FaceTime, you're not allowing people to actually get to know you as, like, a human being. And that's a massive problem whenever it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. You cannot fall in love with somebody simply just from text.
That whole video was sending me because James is literally like, okay, we need to get on FaceTime because you can't fall in love with me if we are not on FaceTime, like texting.
He don't want you.
I thought this whole pitch was basically him being like, be my fake boyfriend for clout and money, which is also confusing because that is exactly what James didn't want in the beginning. He didn't want to be used for clout or follows or anything. And here we, unfortunately, are here. So what's he talking about? We can't fall in love before just texting. I don't know if he thinks this is a good foundation for the beginning of a relationship to get somebody to come be at his house for free with confused. All these benefits, or maybe it wasn't a pitch at all. Maybe this was his way of flirting. Like, it wasn't actually serious about this being like a job offer. This is just him being like, this is what it would be like to date me, love me. This whole thing is such a mess. I don't understand how or why James, after all these times getting caught on social media talking to guys, would once again want to try it out. Obviously, someone is going to expose him some way, somehow, especially if these messages are extremely strange. Like, this is no normal conversation. This is a pitch to be his fake straight boyfriend, and with his reputation, that just isn't something people are going to want to keep to themselves, honestly, which is sad. I'm sure it's frustrating, but also he should realize that this is weird. And if he can't even find it in himself to know that that's weird, I mean, obviously he's admitted it before in videos that going out and talking to guys and then having these messages come out is weird and it's unfortunate and it upsets him. But does it really, or was he just saying that because he wanted people to get off his back? Because here we are again. And not only does it continue, but he's doing everything that he said he didn't want. Like, he did want someone to use him for clout, and he's literally pitching himself like, use my clout. Being my boyfriend would be very lucrative. Comes with a lot of benefits. And he's also said before, like, I wish I didn't say anything about straight guys, because that's not true. And here he is literally saying, I know you're straight. So the stories just it doesn't look good for him. So I just don't even know what to say anymore because it's sad. But then it's also like, why are you doing this? Like, you were getting yourself into this mess and you were getting yourself in trouble. And why haven't you learned your lesson? So that's what's going on in the James bubble.
James Charlie. What the fuck is this? I'm very surprised that he's going through these extreme lengths to connect with someone. You can't go out into the real world to like some event or party or something and organically meet someone in person. You gotta be this thirsty in niggas' DMs, begging for FaceTimes and shit. Like, what is this? I'm so confused. And then if this man is saying he's straight, why you up here talking about, oh, well, let me teach you about this gay shit. Like, let me come drop this dick off on you. Like, no, that's not what he's saying he won't. So why are you pressing and harassing him to this degree? if he's saying he's straight. He don't want to fuck with you, girl. This is sad. Like, I'm so surprised that this is a thing for him. Like, do people not fuck with you in real life? Do you not get out the house like that? Like, what's happening? But even still, I would think that he would pay someone, maybe from his team or something, to scout, you know, and find men for him. Why are you doing this yourself? Like, you are going to get exposed. Like, it's inevitable. So you just setting yourself up. Is it drugs? What's happening? I'm so confused by this. What is this? This is very confusing. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.